Hey guys, my name is Tal and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you briefly how to get to the HTC Marketing Handbook. I've been putting the link in a lot of the videos, but I noticed that you guys are still not finding it, or you're not utilizing it, or maybe you just want to hear it directly from me. However, since I can't always immediately answer your questions, I want to literally break down all the resources for you so you guys could have an alternative and not wait for a response. As much as I wish to just be able to immediately respond to you, unfortunately that's not always possible. So here's how you could get to the HTC Marketing Handbook. If you've been watching my videos, I always tell you guys how important this is. If you're applying for affordable housing, this is your Bible. And I always say, people suffer because of lack of knowledge. We have to read, we have to comprehend, we have to understand. I'm not telling you to go read the whole marketing handbook because you don't need to, but there's certain parts of it that you have to read it for yourself so you could understand the program better. And this will also help you to approach certain situations that you may face. Or if an agent is telling you something that's not accurate, you could know where to go in the HTC Marketing Handbook and know how to support what you're saying. You know, this is our Bible. Even us on the leasing team or the compliance team, we always reference the HTC Marketing Handbook because things are always changing. So we also have to make sure we're current with information. So I'm not telling you guys things that, I myself don't do. From time to time, I still do read it because I have to make sure, I'm refreshed, I'm current, and I'm not processing, but that I'm given the right information, and that also my team is also given the right information as well. So I wanted to do this quick overview. So literally all you have to do is go to Google. You could type in HTC Marketing Handbook, right? Boom, it will come up right here. The way you know that you're at the right place is if it says August 2021, because that was the last revised version. Literally, you must read the different chapters that's applicable to your situation. Or if you have a little time on your hand, just read more about the affordable housing program in general, right? So you see all the breakdown right here. The top section has a lot to do with the developer side, the reaching out, the advertising. So if you want to learn more about the process, you can read this information. But for the most part, I want you to be able to go to where you need to get to based on your particular situation, right? So this section right here, this is regarding preferences. So it talks about the allocation. So if, for example, if you're a person that's disabled and you want to understand more about the disability set aside, you know that you go to page 36 or what have you, right? Homeless referral, qualification as a household. So as you guys know, the definition of household is very specific as it pertains to affordable housing. So you come here literally page 39, so you know exactly where you need to go to. Change in application. This is something that's critical because there's a lot of policies that change regarding when someone can make changes on their application. Since we have the 2.0, now you could actually change your information in real time on the platform. So typically in the whole Housing Connect, that wasn't an option, and I love this new option. So if you see right here, this is page 40. You could do the old school way where you stroll to page 40, or you could just simply do Control Find and you just type in the number 40, right? And it will bring you to page 40. And you go right here to where you need changes to an application while applicant is in process for a unit. and you read the details. So if this is your circumstance, you go right here and it will tell you the new Housing Connect. You could update your information, etc., etc. You read down here based on where you are. So if this is while you're in process for a unit, then you read this section to see what the information is, as they list the extenuating circumstances right here, trying to let you guys know under which circumstance you could change your application. You could change your household members if the application is already in process. So these are the things that you have to read, guys. I don't want you to just wait for me to respond, especially if you're handling like an appeal, or if it's, everything with affordable housing is time sensitive. So that's the information that I want you guys to read. So literally everything, and I'm just gonna go back up, but literally every single thing is explained right here. So if you go back up just to look at other scenarios, it's funny, I'm doing this video and someone is literally calling me right now about helping them with the process. But I'll talk to them later on. Okay, a lot of you guys have questions about background and other factors. This is a section for you. So look what's applicable to your situation. And literally, I just answered a comment about immigration status and credit check. So that's page 57, right? So you literally go to that page and see what the situation is with that, right? So you go right here. It breaks it down for you. So the person, this is literally what I just commented back. So they said a marketing agent may reject an applicant for failure to provide a social security number or an individual tax ID number when the marketing agent needs such information to check credit history. Literally, I just typed this in a comment to someone, but this is what I'm saying, right? If I was unable to get to that comment, that information would have been right there, and it took me 2 minutes. So all you have to do is go to the page that's applicable to you, even if your time just permit you to do that, right? Because everything is all here, guys. Everything. Criminal background check. A lot of you guys often have questions about criminal background check. This is the section for you. I know sometimes the language is vague, so if you guys read it and you still don't quite understand, you could drop it in a comment and I'll try to explain it, because I know how these language are sometimes. I myself have difficulties with it sometimes, and I wish things could be a little more straightforward, but they have to be cognizant of how they're wording this information, because a lot of scenarios are case by case basis, right? I talk about discovery of false information a lot. So these are the things that you guys need to read. Rental history, all the changes are here. And as I mentioned, they just updated this back in August. So there's a lot of things that changed since COVID. Developers had to pivot, the city had to pivot. So there's a lot of different changes. So it's just so critical that you guys read this information and you could be informed. You could understand how to approach certain things. This is another frequently asked question, right? Regarding appeal as it applies to credit issues. So right there, they tell you the information that's needed. Credit check, home ownership, like it's all here for you. This is VAWA, Violence Against Women Act, occupancy standard. So this tells you the unit, the number of people that could live in a unit. So all of this, guys, are literally, oh yes, I forgot they actually just changed the 1 bedroom to up to 3 people could live in a 1 bedroom now. So all this information is here, guys. Literally everything that you need. You just have to go to the section that applies to you. So don't like wait for an answer. Just check the marketing handbook, and it's very likely that you'll find an answer there. I just want to show you guys even some more, because you have to look at the table of content, right? They even go as far as give income examples. Let me see which section that is. They literally give income examples, and that's what I really love about it. So you could literally understand your eligibility. Okay, yes, income eligibility. So 43. Let's go to that. So literally they talk about the income eligibility. Okay, here we go. So it breaks it down for you, right? So this is a critical part of the HTC Marketing Handbook that once you're applying, you should be reading this. And it breaks it down. Employment income, and they give you an example, tax return versus W-2. They talk about the 4 to 6 pay stubs. They talk about the when averaging the pay stub. So literally you see the breakdown right here, and this will help you understand how to calculate your income. So that's why it's so critical that you guys take the time out to read this information so you could understand the program a little better. It talks about the third-party verification from employer. A lot of time persons get confused about this. Read this information, guys. Here's another example. It's so, like, I love these examples because it's always so helpful. Like, you'll be amazed how you know, once you start reading this, you almost feel like you are a leasing agent. And to tell you the truth, I always tell people going through this process, like, yes, it's not your job to know these details, but it's important that you educate yourself so you don't suffer because of lack of knowledge. Because dealing with the process, sometimes you have to take matters in your own hands, and you have to understand and not just be like, okay, because they told you so. Because even though, you know, with me being on a development team, mistakes do happen. I have caught a lot of mistakes where someone could have been rejected or deemed ineligible because of a staff error. And that's the reason why I'm doing these videos, guys. So you on the other side could get an understanding of it. So when you go to these interviews or when you speak to them, you're so confident that you have them on their toes. That's what I want you guys to do. So this talks about the comparison and determination, more examples, the tax form, self-employment. It breaks it down for you. Every type of income category is broken down here. It shows you the excerpts from the tax return document. It is critical, guys. It is critical. Combination income, it's all here. Income received for less than a year, because this is a tricky part, especially if you're self-employed. I feel like I'm talking so fast, but especially if you're self-employed, your income could get even, you know, a little more complicated. Please read these information so you can understand it. Income from other source. A lot of people get different income type. So guys, that's what I wanted to point out to you. Please utilize this. It's an amazing resource, and it has so much helpful information in here. And at the end of the day, you're going through this process. Take the time out to do what you need to do and get it right. Take that time out, because the information is here. It's available to you. I'm just here to piece it together for you. But in my absence, this is your reference. This is like your Bible. This is your go-to. All right, guys. So please utilize this. And Saturday at 8 p.m. Saturday, which date is Saturday? Today is the 9th, I think. So Saturday, the 12th, Saturday, February 12th at 8 p.m., I will be doing a live stream and answering all your questions. So please tell a friend to tell a friend, subscribe, turn on your notification, get your questions ready, and I will see you on Saturday. I so greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you always for watching. Have a wonderful day.